What should I do if my informal property tax appeal fails? If your informal property tax appeal does not succeed, don't worry. The next step is to move forward with a formal appeal process. This involves filing a formal protest with your local appraisal review board, which is the official body that reviews property tax assessments. You usually have a set time frame to do this, often within 30 days after receiving your notice of assessment. Make sure to check your local rules for specific deadlines. Once you decide to file a formal appeal, gather strong evidence to support your case. This can include recent sales data of similar properties in your area, known as the sales comparison approach. You might also want to get an independent appraisal to show your property is worth less than the assessed value. If there are errors in your property description or condition, include documentation and photographs to prove it. For properties that generate income or have unique features, you can also use income or cost data to support your claim. Attend the formal hearing with your evidence organized and ready to present. Be clear and factual, sticking to the facts and avoiding emotional arguments. The appraisal review board will listen to both sides and then decide whether to lower your property's assessed value. If they do, your property taxes will be adjusted accordingly. If the decision from the appraisal review board is still not in your favor, you have additional options. You can file an appeal in the state district court within 60 days of the board's decision. This is a more formal legal process and might require hiring a lawyer. You may also need to pay the undisputed part of your taxes before the court will hear your case. Another option is binding arbitration, which is often available for residential properties. This process is less formal than court and can be quicker. You need to request arbitration within the required time frame, usually within 30 days of the appraisal review board decision. For properties valued over $1 million, you can also appeal to the State Office of Administrative Hearings. This involves filing a notice and paying a deposit within specific deadlines. During any appeal process, you are generally required to pay the part of your property taxes that are not in dispute. If paying this amount causes financial hardship, you can petition the court to reduce or waive the payment by submitting an affidavit explaining your situation. It's important to weigh the costs and benefits of pursuing further appeals. Formal processes can take time and money, so consider whether the potential savings are worth the effort. Sometimes a modest reduction in your assessed value can lead to savings over several years. Because these appeals can be complicated, it's often helpful to work with a property tax professional or attorney. They can guide you through the process, help prepare your case, and ensure you meet all deadlines. In summary, if your informal property tax appeal fails, you should file a formal protest with the appraisal review board, gather solid evidence, and be ready to pursue additional appeals through court or arbitration if necessary. Always stay aware of deadlines and payment obligations to keep your right to appeal intact.